Hey YouTube, got a new match for you today. Well, second video today, but anyways, last video, kind of a short match, pretty straightforward, but this one, kind of the exact opposite. So, let's jump right into it. Facing some Japanese trainer, yada yada yada, and he sends out something Japanese, which actually is an Audino. So, I lead off with Rotom Cut. And first turn, I'm expecting a status move, wish, something like that. So, I want to trick him a Choice Scarf. And, judging by his items, Citrus Berry, he, as all Audinos are, their status inducers, their walls, physical, special. But regardless, I just go for the Volt Switch after tricking him the Choice Scarf, and he Toxics me. So, the Toxic will matter in much later in the battle, but anyways, I go into my Seismitoad, and I actually love this thing a lot. Like, you really don't ever see Seismitoad, but he does a little bit of work this match. I wish he could have gotten more use, like Audino would have swapped out so I didn't get Toxic, but no big deal. So, now he's going to swap out and go into his Gyarados, and I'm like, okay, he intimidates me, no problem, and I'm not even physical. So I go for the Rain Dance. So now I have Rain up, so my speed is doubled, and any of my stab water moves are powered up as well. So I can't hit him with HP Ice, and Earth Power will do nothing. Well, yeah, Earth Power won't hit, and HP Ice really won't do much. So Hydro Pump was a better choice. And it gets a crit, and it was just obnoxious how close that was to killing. So, if it did, this match would have been 10, 20 times easier than it really was. So, now I get to go for the Hidden Power, and I will kill myself off after Life Orb and Toxic damage. So, there goes the Gyarados, Life Orb, and then the Toxic takes me out. So, double down. And not really knowing who he's going to go into, or she, don't really know. But I go into my Rotom, just as a safe one to go into. So he goes back out to his Audino, and I go for the Leaf Storm. I'm expecting him to be physically bulky, so I know this will do a decent chunk. Judging by that damage, you'll see later on how that matters. But anyways, he goes for the Fire Blast, and judging by the damage, I was kind of shocked that it didn't do anything, because I know Audino doesn't have the best attacking stats, but even that's ridiculous. There's the first mist of Leaf Storm, but if you remember, the rain is up, so all fire moves are halved by however much damage they give out. So, from the trick, I had the Citrus Berry, and I gain a decent chunk of HP back. So, the rain stops, take Toxic damage, and I don't want to stay in now, because go for the Fire Blast and definitely either kill me or come close to it. So, go out into my Gligar, whatever, as he switches out. Now, this was probably the #1 pain of the match. Donphan. So, he goes for the Ice Shard because all of them have it, and I'm pretty sure this thing is defensive, just judging by this damage. It does between 25-30%. As I go for the knockoff, I'm expecting lefties. I do get a crit, really doesn't even matter because you see how it does that tiny little chunk. But he keeps going for Ice Shard, and at this point, I just want to keep roosting, and I don't want to have to be in the red or the yellow with this thing, because I'm sure it's going to be a pain eventually, and it already is in the first 2-3 turns, it's already out. So, whatever. So, he's going to keep going for the Ice Shard, while I keep going for the Roost, because I am just not wanting to be in low health, knowing that he has a 4 times effective move. And as you see right there, so many crits this match. He got another one with an Ice Shard, and even then, it still didn't kill me, and judging by that, I'm sure that can explain right there that he's not invested in fully in attack, at least. He's probably more of a defensive build. But anyways, he goes right back into his Audino, predicting my Roost, so he has more HP back from Regenerator, and on this next turn you'll see I'm not going to switch out Gligar because I'm sure this thing probably only has one attacking move, being Fire Blast. So right here, I go for the Earthquake. That does like 10%, 15%. So judging by that, obviously he's physically bulky. But his Fire Blasts are doing nothing. So, anyways, I'm free to stay in as he keeps going for Fire Blast and another Fire Blast. And yeah, looks like that's his only move. I know he is Choice Scarfed, but that's really the only attack he uses. So, anyways, he goes into his Donphan once again. And like I said before, him being bulky, like physically bulky, you can tell right there that really didn't do that much. So he switches out a second time. Probably just wanting to get more HP back onto his Audino. And I roost, because I'm sure he predicted me to stay in and, you know, roost like I've been doing. But, anyways, he stays in. And at this point, I know how much Fire Blast is going to do, so I'm just going to go for the Stealth Rocks. I was afraid of getting the burn, and that would have made this match much more annoying than it already is. So I keep going for the Earthquake, and right there I get another crit. So that's like 4 or 5 crits in one match. But finally the Hex kicks in for him, and he misses the Fire Blast, finally. So he goes right back into his Donphan, and I go for another Earthquake as he takes a little bit of Stealth Rock damage. And once again, it's really not going to do much. But I go for the Roost, just once again expecting an Ice Shard. But this guy was kind of running outside of Smogon, or just typical sets that everyone sees. And he has Endeavor. I don't really know if that's on Smogon or not, but yeah, he takes me down to 65 HP with Endeavor, and then he goes for the Ice Shard, so he's trying to get me down to where he's at, hoping that an Ice Shard would kill, but Gligar says, no, it will not, and he keeps going for Roost. So as you can see, this is just a massive stall war, and it looks as though Gligar's going to win, but he keeps going for the Ice Shard, and Gligar just refuses to die. And looking at that, I mean, he's taken how many Ice Shards, and he keeps roosting, so getting more and more HP back, really making a difference of how bulky Gligar can be. So at this point, I'm like, oh, he's going to go for another Ice Shard. I'm at a respectable amount of health. But no, he swaps up and goes for the Endeavor again, making a good prediction, expecting me to attack. Goes for the Ice Shard, and now it will kill me. So he was at probably, yeah, it does about 50-60 damage every time he used it, minus the time he got a crit. But I'm free to go into my Rotom and hit everything with Hidden Power Ice. Well, I was Choice Scarfed, I did get the Citrus Berry, and that trick in the first turn mattered a lot, because I get to go for the Hidden Power Ice, hit the Donphan, and it will obviously kill it. So, Donphan goes down, and now that he's out of the way, the last one, the physically bulky Audino. Now, all I have to do is smack it in the face with a Leaf Storm. So, Rotom's out here, yeah, I'm big and I'm bad, I'm gonna use Leaf Storm. No, I'm kind of feeling like Elo today, and I kind of have to miss all those 90 accuracy moves, but, yeah, so that miss definitely just costed me the match overall. Close, but kind of a lengthy battle. Thanks for sticking with me for 9 minutes. But, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Comment, leave a big thumbs up for me, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later.